Welcome back to What Arty Noobs with General Disturbance, and this is the S-51, the Tier 7 Soviet SPG, which is not on the main tree of SPGs, but it's the tank that, or the SPG, after the KV-2 on the tech tree, and it's the also the SPG that was built on the chassis of the KV-1S tank. That's why you might see a similarity in the chassis, with a big 203mm howitzer on top. Now, these S-51s weren't very successful when they built them, so they kept on going to trials, but they weren't put into mass production because there were so many faults. In fact, most of the faults were to do with the fact that the thing would shake itself to pieces every time it fired. Well, this time, this S-51 is being commanded by Golden Panzer, and he's on the north spawn of Abbey. Okay, T-3485, he's loaded. Following that T-67, pulls back, and he's wiped out the T-67. So that's a good start. He's opened his account. Now it's a 55.5 second reload without any brothers in arms or rammer or anything like that. Oh, unfortunately one of his tanks just got a fire there, and oh, I don't think he's going to last very long. Yeah, that T-34 went down. Okay, he's lining up a shot on a, I think it's on the T-3485 in the courtyard of the Abbey. They're trying to get at some of his teammates. Oh, and a Leopard's moved up, and he fires. Oh, he's got two! It's a Bombardier! He took out a Leopard and a T-3485 at the same time. I think he probably hit the Leopard because there was a sizzle, and I think he took out the T-3485 who was right alongside him with splash. That's a great result. So that's 3 kills in very short period of time indeed. The scores are 4-3 at the moment. Okay, there's a whole bunch of tanks in the little village next to the Abbey, in the ruined village, but he can't get angles on them. Oh, now the Panzer III-4 has come forward, so he can get a shot on this. Lining up. Rounds out. Oh, big hit! 405 hit points. But he's got a long reload now. He's indicating 42 seconds. It's not a very fast tank. It's actually, as you know, as I said, it's based on the KV-1S chassis, so it can only do about 30 kilometers an hour. It's got a view range of 330 meters, which is actually pretty good. It's not as good as the Fifi, the 105 FH-18B2, which has got a view range of 390 meters. But okay, we're going to target down the other side of the battlefield, an SDRV M42 hiding around that corner. He's almost loaded, but is he going to go for the KV-2? No, he's going for the Stritzfarm. No, he's changed his mind. He's going for the KV-2. Round out. Oh, and he did hit the KV-2. 379 hit points. And it looks like the Stritzfarm M42 was taken out explosively by the KV-3. I think that was an ammo rack we heard. So it looks as if they've managed to get tanks into the enemy cap area, and the enemy Arty is running away as fast as they possibly can. Yep, we can see them there, but it appears that Golden Panzer isn't going after them. He's going after that KV-2, and that is a bigger threat to the tanks that are in the cap at the moment. He's hiding behind that corner, and it looks like the KV-3 is facing off against him. He's dialing in his aim on the KV-2, rounds out. And he's destroyed the KV-2. That shell must have hit very, very close or on the target. But he's taken the KV-2 out. They lost the M4 that was in the cap. But the KV-3 now is free to cap or to go after the enemy Arty. Although the scores are fairly equal at this moment, Golden Panzers managed to get 4 kills so far, and their cap is being threatened by a KV-3 and a BDR-G1. And they just lost the Hellcat, who was defending the Western Pass. Now those 2 tanks are being followed by an A44. But the big worry is... Oh, no, I said the big worry was that IKV-65 may stop his team from capping. But he won't now because he's dead. So he's gone. He's back in the garage. And now Golden Panzer's lining up a shot on the BDR. Can he get a shot in? No, it's gone behind the rock. Can he... It's obstructed there. No, it's Arty safe. Now, if that A44 can tempt that BDR to come around the corner, he can put a shell into him. No, he's in an Arty safe position there at the moment. Now, where's the KV-3 gone? He must have headed for the cap. I think he must have gone for the cap. We haven't seen the KV-3 yet, and somebody's indicating to the S-51. Yep, it's the T-67. He's telling the S-51, get the hell out of there. He's saying, SPG, run. Yep, I think he knows that KV-3 is near the cap. And if it's very likely the A44 will spot the KV-3 very, very shortly near the cap. There's the enemy M12. Now, the KV-3 and the KV-2 on his team are chasing them up on the Western Pass. Instead of actually capping, they're actually chasing after the enemy forces. And they've just lost another teammate, which means now they're at a disadvantage. It's 2 RT and 2 heavies versus 2 heavies and 1 RT. Although they do have the advantage of having Golden Panzer, and he's just put another shell into that KV-3. Okay, he's relocating. He's not going to be able to fire from behind that rock, but I think we can be fairly safe in the knowledge that the enemy forces are probably near the cap by now. Safe in the knowledge of knowing where they are, that is, but they're not going to be over here on the west side or the east side of the river side of the battle. And it looks like the KV-3 is going to... Yep, they've just taken out the enemy KV-3. Okay, so that's good. That's equalised the scores. But the enemy is now at a disadvantage. They've lost one of their heavies. We've got 2 RT. And although both the enemy RT have got kills, they haven't got quite as many kills as Golden Panzer. In fact, combined they haven't got enough more kills than Golden Panzer. In fact, he's saying let them cap. He's saying let them cap so he can hit them whilst they're in the cap. Now, I think the reason why we haven't heard anybody in the cap so far is that the enemy is hunting for him. Okay, there's the BDR. For some reason, instead of actually going towards the cap and letting everybody know where he was, he's actually gone into the village. Now, where's the AMX-13 F3 and the M12? Are they chasing after Golden Panzer? So it's a very slow chassis, the KV-1S. It's carrying a great big heavy gun. It had to have a lot of reinforcement because it had to have a proper RAM assistance for the loader. That's what that apparatus is on the back, because it took them such a long time to load the shells into the 203mm howitzer. Okay, now he's been in the cap. He's told everybody where he is, but the question is, where are the M12 and the MX-13AM? 13 F3 AM rather. Right, well, there's the BDR. He can fire on him. Oh, and he doesn't need to because the KV-3's just destroyed him. So where did the AMX-13, F3 and M12 go? Are they coming down the river? The riverside? Okay, he's lining up a shot because he thinks they're coming from that direction. Now remember, he's got a view range of 330 meters, so he might be able to see the enemy before the enemy sees him. But it'll be a narrow thing. KV-3 is headed this way, so's the KV-2. He's got 70 cap points up already. Up, there's the AMX, so they were chasing him. He fires around it and he manages to splash kill the AMX-13 F3. 270 hit points. Wow. I don't think that was a direct hit. I think he hit the ground right behind the AMX, but he took him out. And that's 100. He's managed to cap out. And there's the M12. Just too late. And he's fired a round in anyway, but it's just too late. Okay, let's have a look at the end of battle stats. Well, it's a second class tanker for Golden Panzer in the S-51. He also picked up a bruiser medal for getting at least 5 critical hits. He got 10 in that one. He also picked up a demolition expert because one of the enemy tanks exploded as it went up. And I'm pretty sure that was one of the tanks that were actually in the courtyard. It was very probably the T-34 85 or the VK-1602 Leopard. He also picked up a fighter badge for getting at least 4 kills. In fact, he got 5 in that battle. And when he took out the Leopard and the T-34, he got a Bombardier's medal for 2 kills with 1 shot. He picked up the highest caliber because he did the most damage in the battle, and because he capped out and got more than 80 hit points, 80 cap points rather. He gets an Invader medal on top of that. Let's have a look at the team scores. Well, highest damage, naturally, 2,415 hit points. He got the highest number of kills with 5, and he got the highest base XP of 884. He fired 7 rounds, only 7. He got 3 direct hits, 3 penetrations, 7 splash. Did damage of 2,415 hit points, of which 2,145 were at more than 300 meters. He damaged 8 of the enemy, but killed 5 of them. He also did 5 stuns, and of course he capped out for 100 capture points. On a premium account, he earned 40,190 credits, and after ammunition resupply, he took away 26,820 credits. He received 1,326 experience points, and it was times 5 on that weekend, so he took away 6,630 experience points in total, an absolutely massive total. So well done, Golden Panzer. That was a good example of how effective the S-51 can be, and you certainly played it very well by relocating, by also making good use of each of the shells that you fired, and punishing the enemy really hard. And capping out was the right move to make because you couldn't be sure where the AMX-13 or the M12 were, but we did manage to work out where they were. They were chasing after you. So well done indeed. If you enjoyed this replay, please give it a like and do subscribe to our channel. And hopefully it'll be your replay I'll be featuring in our next video.